Okay, so we got No Way Out coming up. A lot of the matches, you can tell, kind of got thrown together more at the last minute. But all in all, seems to be a pretty solid card. So we'll start off with the non-title tuxedo match between Santino Marella and Ricardo Rodriguez. I'll go with Santino to win the non-title tuxedo match. It's just a really crazy match. I'm pretty sure Ryback will fight two jobbers, and he will destroy them. At this point, they might as well just make Ryback the tag champs. Just get it over with. The match that was supposed to be Sheamus and Del Rio, which is now Sheamus and Ziggler. This match got ridiculously better when it became Sheamus and Ziggler. Not hating on Alvaro Del Rio, I just do not picture him having a decent match with Sheamus. With Ziggler, I really, really wish they'd let him win. But they're not going to, because they'll have him probably lose. But that'll push the stiffer wedge between, him, Vicky, and Swagger. Christian and Cody Rhodes. Christian just won the belt last month. I picture him holding on to it and having probably one of the best matches of the night. So I'm kind of love. Oh, I think Layla's taking on Beth Phoenix. I picture Layla squeaking out a victory again here. With the massive talent vacuum that was left, with the Bella Twins leaving and Kelly wanting to leave. I can see Layla holding on to the belt for a little while longer until they probably get AJ involved in the title. Because I think an AJ Layla match could probably be pretty good. And then if they were smart, they would also try to work in a Beth Phoenix Natalya feud. Because if you can get those four women to have matches, you can probably actually develop this thing, what do they call it? A women's division. It'd probably be pretty solid. Now, branching off of the AJ conversation, the triple threat match with Kane, Punk, and Bryan, which also has AJ involved, is easily going to be the match of the night. I probably that's going to be the best match, with a match right after it probably being Christian and Cody Rhodes. The deck is stacked in every direction. It's stacked against Punk, but nobody likes each other. And AJ kind of likes all of them, but doesn't like any of them at the same time. It is going to be the most interesting match to watch. Will Bryan and Punk team join forces to try and knock Kane out of the match? Will Kane be overpower the both of them? Will we see, like a double submission move? Will we see Kane in like a yes lock with an anaconda vice? They're going to do a lot of crazy, bizarre things, and this match will definitely be worth the price of admission alone. And with that one, I'm going with my gut, and I'm going to say that the title stays with Punk. Now, people go, but that makes him super Punk. Yeah, on the same side though, unless, with Daniel Bryan being on SmackDown, Dolph Ziggler being on Raw, they were close to this last one. If Ziggler wins and Bryan wins, you put the titles on two different shows, which then leads to the main event match. Cena versus Big Show. Cena wins, Laurinaitis is fired. Show wins, Cena is fired. Man, I could swear we just had this match. Oh, we did. It was Laurinaitis versus Cena. I do think it makes sense if... Here's what I would do. After you fire Laurinaitis, you then have a pretty decent power vacuum on both shows with Eve and Otunga. And then you stop the Super Show. SmackDown stars on SmackDown, Raw stars on Raw. And then in your 1001 episode, you do a draft and have it actually matter for something. Having Big Show win and having John Cena get fired doesn't mean anything. Does John need time off? Yes, John needs time off. However, he was fired after he lost after the Nexus storyline he had with Wade Barrett, and then he came back like next week. No, I mean, if you're gonna fire John Cena, have him be gone for a month or two. If he leaves now and it's June, he can be out in June, July, come back in August for SummerSlam. Piece of cake. But I do picture John Cena probably getting the win to get rid of Laurinaitis. Because unless Laurinaitis is going to build a stable, he's dull, he's dry, and he's horrid. Period. If Show wins and John Cena's fired, great. The first hour or so is going to be, my name's John Laurinaitis, people power, people power. I'm going to make matches the people are going to lie. The first opening contest match is going to be, oh, I botched the cat. Don't make fun of the sound of my voice. So I'm actually, this is so horrible. I'm actually pulling for John Cena to win.